What is up, Grim? How you doing? Welcome to what could be it could be scuffed, it might not be. I got the grippers out. It's all about the grippers today, my dude. It's all the grippers. Look how dirty they are. It's because I've been drawing. You can see like I've got like a lot of drawing going on here. I hope you can hear me okay. I know that my audio is a bit shitty, so we're gonna try to do some concept design stuff today, or at least I want to try to get some stuff done. But I'm very open to the idea of chatting as well, because you know this is just a thing. You know, there's not too much crazy stuff that will happen on a drawing stream. You know, this is just it. You know, like this is what we be doing. Yeah, I be drawing today. Legitimately drawing. I got a couple game design ideas I want to kind of pan out today, and I want to see if they go somewhere. I don't know if they will. They probably won't. You know, it's just about getting stuff on paper. So I had this really cool idea for a game idea. So I had, all right. So let me pitch you the idea. Okay. Now I'm also open to the idea if you have ideas, you can throw them at me, and I will do them as well. But of course I'm not going to do everything. But I had this idea, so hear me out. So I was going to do. So it's going to be a marble made game. Look at that writing. Right? But then I was thinking it could be called Strip Strike or Strip and Strike. Right. Bowling pins. That is the saddest bowling pin I've ever seen in my entire life. You know? We have seen arms and hands. Yep, you would get to see more of me in an ugly form. How natural. Yes, you get to see more of my form. What am I doing tonight? These bowling pins are sad. So this is just going to be drawing tonight. Tonight is going to be all about drawing concepts and getting stuff out of my brain. Because I've got a lot of stuff that's kind of cluttered up inside of my brain. And in order to move on, sometimes I need to stop and I need to draw. Which will mean that if I do today, I'm probably going to take a day off tomorrow, because technically I'm not meant to be working today. Technically it's meant to be my day off. Technically this is meant to be my day off, so... So yeah, I'm going to try my best to like... also keep this all on camera, because I understand that there is an element in which obviously I need to make sure that you guys see what I'm doing as well. Let's see. So the game idea I had. Okay. So it's Marble Made Strip and Strike. Okay. By me. Alright. So I had this really cool idea. And usually when I usually write a pitch, I actually sign with my actual name. I know some people be like, why don't you sign it with shades? I actually do sign it with my name. It just is something I do. Something I've always done. I just sign shit with my name. It's just always been a thing. I don't have any thing about it. It's just a thing. So the idea I've got, I'm going to try to pitch this idea together and see if it comes to fruition. I don't know if it will. It might not. Let me just change something real quick, because I just got another follow and I didn't see it because I didn't set the audio properly. Also, I wasn't 100% confident in doing one of these streams tonight because I was a little bit concerned that maybe nobody would like to see this, but I was wrong. So let me crank this so speakers. There we go. Okay. You're dinner break from work. I apologize if my stream is making your dinner not go down. You're stuck with me. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, because today is just designing. It's just game design. I'm gonna try to like get more comfortable, so it'd be like here. So I kind of want to like adjust this downward, which means I'd have to come forward a little bit, which isn't too bad. Yeah, that's fine. It's just you're gonna get a cast shadow over the whole thing, which I didn't really think about. I didn't think about this last time either. But, you know, I'll just move the pop filter out the way a little bit. There we go. So I have this idea. Okay. Now the concept. All right. I'm gonna pitch this. All right, because I really want you guys to understand the layers of which I think this is a good game. A lot of people might think that it's not, but sometimes you've just got to get ideas out. Just draw a little dust bunny. There it goes. Look at him go. Sometimes you just got to draw it out. Marble made strip and strike's a good name. Thank you. The infamous bowling pin animation. Well, that's what I want to get to, because the idea and concept behind this is quite good. So I want to kind of go into this a little bit. So we're gonna like I'll do like a synopsis before I start drawing stuff. So I'm gonna write some stuff out, and then we can go from there. So like I had like game design. So game design. And I had game design, and so I was like, using the marble made IP. Okay. Using the marble made IP, I thought of a bowling game. With lewd elements. Using the pins and strike screen I want the player to be stripped of clothes, the better they score. Sorry if it's wonky. This is how ideas all start for me. Okay. So what I'm thinking, right, is you have, say, okay, so say like, I think in this instance particularly, yeah, it's like the Metroid ending. So what I was thinking, right, is you would have to go through a series of cups in order to unlock things. So what I'm thinking is, and so like, I'll show you the mechanic. So obviously, example of, so I'll just write example mechanic. Okay. So the example of the mechanic I was thinking is you have the character. Well, okay, see, this is where I guess the issue comes into play, is do I want to keep her in the marble ball, or do I want to get her out? That's the real question. Because the idea of the concept relies on her being stripped. So I was thinking initially that you would bowl the ball. Well, I thought about her being the ball. But then I was thinking, like, it's a tough thing for, because then the strip mechanic doesn't kind of work as well as I want it to. What I mean by that is, I want it to kind of be like Senran Kagura, in the sense of the stripping mechanic. So I want it to feel like there's an element of lewdness to it. Yeah, ball will be spinning, so it's hard to see. Yeah, so this is what I was thinking, right? So, like, so this is 1. Okay. So 1. And so let's assume that this is the back of Marble Maid, right? This is very crude. Okay. And so she's holding a ball. Okay. And so what I'm thinking, right, is obviously there's like a there's like this element of like, one, you pick your direction. So it'd be like pick angle. And then 2 would be oh, you'd pick angle, and then you would pick stance on where you stand as well. And then 2 would be the power element. So you would have this. And so the power would go up. And you could probably put a spin on the ball if you really wanted. So we could have a ball here. And this is the spin. And then this is the power. Right? And then when you cut over to the third thing, so when she rolls it right, so obviously if it gets down the lane and then you see, so let's do a construction of this. Now again, I want to iterate that this might not be an idea that I ever do. I just want to get it on paper because it's sitting in my brain, and I just kind of want to get it out. And I also think that this would be a good like warm-up thing for me to do, because obviously, you know, working on video games is not easy. Okay. So you've got the lane. So 3 is you hit pins, right? So that's what an idea means. It's just not a good one. Yeah, it's true, yeah. Yeah, so this might not go anywhere, right? This is, again, this is just me spurting out an idea. So 3. So you hit pins. Hit pins with marble. And then the 4th part is that and this is where, like, and then you would have, like, four. Each pin counts towards clothing damage. In a more nude character. And so it would be like... So like this mechanic itself. So it would go like... So instead, like, so you would see each pin counts and it would be in character. So you would see it. Example, so it would go like... so if we go times 2, times 4, times 6. So it would go like... So, the more pins stack... the higher the strip combo. Strip happens in 2s. I was thinking of stripping part, there could be some arms that take off a piece of clothing. Yeah, it could be, yeah. Oh, so what I was thinking is, right, so I'm thinking like you would have, so say like you bowl 6, right? And then it would go like, she would do different poses. So it would go dun, 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 dun. And then like that's, do you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense a little bit more? So it's kind of like it builds up and it stacks. So obviously like a strike would mean the element of how am I hitting the dun dun dun? Yeah, kind of. In reference to this, I would say yeah, so every in 2s and her throw a pose. Yeah, so she would throw a pose, which I think is a really good. So it's kind of like, so it's all about combo, you know. This is the combo. So you want a combo. And so I'm thinking like... I'm thinking that obviously it's a mechanic of working through cups in order to... But I'm thinking to theme each bowling alley. Because I think that you can get away with bowling, which is easy. Big pin energy. And you could actually have like... you could actually have the strike window have the bunnies. So I was thinking like the worlds themselves would have... No, this is game design though. Programming not on paper, no. Or pinball games. Yeah. No, this is just me working out the general game design. But what I'm thinking is... So this is kind of where like that sort of mechanic comes in, because I want, I guess the note I would say and I take away with this is like, see Senran Kagura games, for example. So yeah, I kind of want something casual. So what I was thinking is, right, that... So it would be Marble Maid and she goes bowling. And the idea is that it's strip and strike. So the better you do, the more she gets stripped. And then obviously, like, she gets scantily clad. So it's kind of like Senran Kagura in the sense that it shows sexiness, but it doesn't fully give away everything. Like it gives you enough to kind of look at. And so I'm thinking that, yeah, so I was thinking like the score screen could be something. Let's move that. Okay, so let's go to the next page. So I was thinking like for levels, right? Because I wanted to kind of talk about the levels a little bit. So I had a thought about level designs. Well, see, this is what I was thinking with the puzzles, right? So, level designs, right? I can see I've already sold Moomin. Moomin is, like, ready to whip the wallet out. So... Levels or lanes can be themed to have challenges much like Marble Maid. Using the blocks and level system. Okay. So I was thinking, right, so like say for example, like you've got like world 1. So world 1 is like standard lane, right? So say for example, it's I don't know how you do those shoot things. I guess they're like this. I think I nailed it. And then like the lane itself, and then you would have, and then obviously the pins. I like every time I draw a pin, they always look different from the previous pin. So you've got like a standard lane, right? Which would be like, you know, those wooden plank lanes, right? Game design is for chumps, just use AI. Yeah, I mean, I would use AI. There's certain people like the Spunk Stock dev who's putting me out of business, so I have to go back to paper. Because apparently he's too good at his shit. And so some of us have to work from paper. You love bowling games as much as they infuriate me sometimes, but it sounds amazing. Well, I'm glad that you like so. I like it. So, again, this might not happen. It's just like, you know, would it be style? Well, that's what I'm saying. So what I'm thinking, so like, say for example, this is the standard bowling lane. Now, if we use marble made concept, we could add blocks in. So I was thinking, and this is the other part that I've been thinking about, is what if you had a lane, right, that was still, again, a lane, but you had ramps. So you had, like, what if this one had a ramp here? And then you could also have fucking... just a doodle on a... yeah, just to do a paper with the pins as shot in the dark. What do you mean? So like what? Like, oh shit! There's a water hazard. And there's a fucking jump in the middle of the fucking thing. So you could have fucking lanes that are themed. Or you could have like, so you could even have like a water hazard. You could have jumps. You could have... oh, you could have like fucking, you could have like pinball mechanics if you wanted. Yeah, so you could have like... you could have a bolt. So like, yeah, so for example, what if you have the ability to have the bowling alley be the kitchen, right? So you have the oven. And like the ovens could like, you know, could give a burn. And then you could have like, what else could you have? You could have spikes. You could have, I think a pinball thing would be pretty cool too. I think you could get away with doing something pinball related in bowling, because I think that would be really cool. To do like trick shots and stuff. You could even do like, it's just tough. Because like, again, I feel like that there is a lot here that you could do. And the cool thing I think is that a lot of the stuff we've already pre-built. So I don't necessarily think... oh, thank you for the hydrate. I shall hydrate momentarily. Yeah, you could use a broom as a ramp, yeah. And so, like, you could literally... you could recycle the blocks. And you could basically... yeah, it's kind of like... but see, like, okay, here's the thing I want to ask you, chat. Do you think it's fine to recycle blocks that we've... oh, hang on, what did you say? The pinball stuff may need those beginner rails on the side so it doesn't go in the gutter. Yeah, that's very true. Marvel May discovers a mysterious bowling alley. That'd be pretty cool, actually. My question to you that I put to you, chat, is if I was to do something like this, would you prefer that I recycle the elements of Marble Made itself, or would I have to rebuild everything? Because I guess the biggest part about having a jump and stuff like that in there is you can add those things in and like add elements like water hazards, but we've still got ovens and the classic items that we could use. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Yeah, you can make more complex puzzles. Yeah, so I was thinking like, yeah, so that's a good example. So puzzle based. I'll write that down too. You'd say recycle, yeah. See, like, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing in this instance, because I think with a lot of these sort of ideas, you're going to be coming across new elements adding with the old elements. So a lot of the mechanics that you'll see, you know, there could be like, hell, you could have the knives on there. You could have all sorts on the bowling alley. I don't know how many new items I'd probably say. I'd probably say that like, so I'd probably go like here. I'd probably say like note. Items like ramps and such would be to the wood. Other blocks can be recycled. I'd say like ovens could like set the ball on fire and make it spaz out, so it could like make the ball like veer. And then you could have, yeah, and see, like, there's different things. So, like, obviously, like, a knife or something might chop. So, like, you could still have the elements of the original and still keep the same properties. So you could still have, like, knives. Yeah, so it'd be more about a penalty. So it'd be more about giving the player a penalty based on the mechanics of bowling. Let me just grab that drink because I did not hydrate. Also, let me know if the music's too loud or too soft. I wanted to make sure that you guys had something to listen to while I worked. But yeah, I figure like the grid, and then like let's say like you have five zones, right? Like you were saying before. So you have like base bowling alley, default. Then you might have a dungeon theme. You have kitchen, bathroom, Yeah, this is completely the idea of me doing these streams, is because I like hearing you guys' ideas. Yeah, I'd say after 4 or 5 times, yeah, I would say that, like, her clothes would appear back on, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking with the obstacles. Because I think the obstacles would add that element. We got a base, we got a dungeon. I don't know if I want to 100% do the same themes that I did with the original Marble Maid, because I feel the base would be, the default would be like the standard, like, house. Kitchen and bathroom is itself. Yeah, so getting a gutter ball, I would say, like, yeah, that would be a good idea. And so you would have, so I would say, yeah, so it would be putting, like, it back on for sure. And then what you would do, so let me grab that other one and write that in. So it was, what was it? Gutter ball. Puts clothes back on. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a cool idea, yeah. That'd be cool to have, like, a Flambeau mansion level, yeah. That's a good idea. So I'll do, like, yeah, I'll add that. Yeah. Yeah. What if there'd be a garage there? I mean, you could do it that way. You could have it that it's, you could still have elements of, because so, okay, like, the problem is now is, like, when you get to this part of the mechanic is, and this is usually the part that I find not the hardest, but this is the pacing issue, because usually an idea like this is in my head, but then you go, how do you execute this to be a product? And what I mean by that is, usually when I'm designing a game, like, for instance, this idea came to me, like, and it was like, that was the idea. And it came to me based on a previous idea that I had, because I had this idea already made in my head, which was that basically I wanted to do a bowling minigame in Marble Maid 2. And we ended up scrapping the idea because I felt like we were adding too much. But I felt like the bowling mechanic could be its own thing. And so I scrapped this. And this was, I've got the drawing somewhere of, I did an alleyway where I drew it just to get it out of my head. And then recently the strip and strike thing came up, where I felt like her ability to play bowling. Now, again, obviously it seems kind of redundant in a way for her to be bowling her own marble. But I also think that there are elements there in which I think you should be able to, I don't know, stretch it and change it around. An idea that will run counter your current. What if you only get clothing off her if you score a strike or spare? Well, that's the idea. Yeah, so the idea that we're going with is she gets point based. And then I was thinking the strike is like an instant. So, like, strike, that I should write that. So strike could be an instant. And then a spare might be like... I don't know what a spare would be. I guess a spare would just be more points. And see, this is where the actual like mechanics come into play. Because I think right now, with the mechanics of designing something like this, it's hard because you don't want to overstep. You don't want to overstep the boundary of what you're doing with an idea. I never want to kind of like go too over top with it. Let me just move that out there so it's a bit better. So I'm thinking like, okay. So, and again, this is all base stuff. So I was thinking like, and then usually I'll say this too. Usually by this point when I'm designing something, sometimes games stop here. And the reason why is because, like I just said, is you'll have a mechanic that's really cool, and then you'll have a way to design levels that's really cool. But to stick that all together in a game that is playable is one of the, like, big 3 things. And this, again, this idea has been floating around in my head for a long time. This idea came recently, which was the strip thing. And when I stuck it together, I felt like I had something. But the third element is obviously the play-by-play and the progression. Now, I've been playing... I was recently playing a game called Pocket Card Jockey, which I really do like the progression field in that game. Because what they do is they have elements in which the player goes through cups based on their skills. And you have to hit a certain point threshold in order to go to a certain cup. I think that's the same thing in this instance, where I think the player should have to hit a certain threshold in order to get to a certain point. I know it sounds really weird, but it's probably... I'm probably talking a pile of garbage too, but, you know, that me, chat. So I was thinking, maybe, so you would have maybe ternary spare, gonna be multiplier. Yeah, there could be like a multiplier aspect, I guess. Yeah, so this is where like the mechanic stuff, unless you've worked this out, this becomes like the biggest thing. Because even just saying it, I don't know how it works in execution. Like, I could play it for 20 minutes and might not like it. It's easy to say it out loud. I kind of... Oh, what was it? I had an idea today about it where I wanted her to have a point system where... So, like, originally I had this idea. I'll just draw it. Yeah, sorry about the music. So what I had, right, for the idea of this was I was thinking... And again, this is just out there. But I was thinking you would have, like... so you would have a points card. So this is like your... See you, Strep and Strike. Oh, I got great memories with Crash too, yeah. So your points, your game points. tally onto your strip and strike card. So it's kind of like a membership. So this is kind of like a membership card that you would get. And so then what you can do is you take this card to the bowling shop, all right? Ropes, bombs. And you take it to the bowling shop. So here you can spend buy things with your points. And so what I'm thinking, right? You could buy, for instance, you could buy bowls or marbles, pins, color, costumes for stripping, new characters, what else? See, this is the thing. You don't want to go too crazy. I maybe like. Is the models replaced with you? It could work. It could work. Can you show the title concept you drawn at the start? Yeah, I can, yeah. You mean this thing? That thing? Is that what you meant? They're just gonna screenshot it and steal it. Look, if somebody makes this idea and they make it better than me, I'm okay with it. Like, I doubt I'd lose sleep on it. You know, I'm not overly, you know, doing it a sketch. Oh, okay. So yeah, balls, marbles, pins, colors, costumes, new characters. And so then that would be your point system. And then maybe like... this would be a tough one. So progression is the hardest. So I would say like progression is like... Because you want to feel like... I guess you would say maybe like 5... Who would the attendant be? I don't think there'd be an attendant. I don't think I'd do one. I don't think I'd do one. I don't know. Again, it's too early to tell because it's one of these things where like I'm just drawing it to get it out my brain. This might not even happen. Like this just might be a thing in which I draw and stick away in a drawer somewhere, like a lot of the ideas I do. And I've got dozens of these things. Like, this isn't the first time I've drawn an entire idea. And sometimes I even get to the end where I've made the whole thing. And then I just put it away. because I don't think I've got it. Oh, I like the football card. Yeah, okay. Okay, so like collector cards. I like that. A challenge mode upon completion. Okay, so like... So, alright, so then you're saying like... So you would have maybe a... So let's say you have a story mode. Or career, right? Which would entail your... play through the league. Yeah, I was thinking it would have to be based either on points or the progression of whether or not you'd win. Yeah. Play through the league, earn points. Unlock stuff. Stiff. And then, yeah, challenges like certain number of strikes or spares. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like, so you'll have like challenge mode. So it'd be like custom alleys with set challenges. Example, strike, or I don't know, certain points. And then you could have maybe... I guess the other thing too is that the player... Oh, I don't know how the computer would handle the... like a CPU, to work around a CPU bowling in an alleyway that would have random shit in it would be a nightmare to code. I'm just trying to think like the mechanics of that is really difficult. I guess too, like you could access the bowling shop. And then it would have like I guess you call it a prize haul. Place to view items. Go to you lose points. Would the league part of it work as a dating sim score? Nah, well, because then that takes away from the idea of the strike mechanic. Could have it in the shop and unlockable. I mean, that could work too. I mean, the idea of a shop there is... And I know I feel like I lean too much on shops. I was thinking about that the other day. I know I don't really use shops that much in games, but a lot of the time when I'm doing design like this, my immediate reaction is to go, how do you give the player items? And I instantly think that a shop is always the place to go. Which isn't a bad thing, but there's a big part of me that kind of thinks that maybe I shouldn't always lean on doing a shop, because you could do it another way, like a slot machine or something that, you know, you could always have the strike shop as a character being hit by the ball. Well, that's kind of what this mechanic is, in a sense, yeah. So the initial mechanic that I have drawn is kind of in that similar vein. And again, see, this is where, like, the hard part comes in, which is the part of, does this have ground and water to float on? And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I've played a fair few bowling games to kind of get an idea of whether or not this was appropriate. $1 to scrub the ball. Yeah, it's tough. Because, yeah, the third part is always that part of making this work. I'd probably say, too, I'd probably say, like, maybe characters could be... I'd kind of want to go a little bit silly with the characters, I think. I'd probably, like... Not silly. But I'd say maybe, like, alright, so characters. And I'd probably say, like, obviously Marble Maid. I'd have a Dust Bunny. Better internet. I'd say some guest characters could be, I mean, I don't know. Like, Sylvie could fit in the world. It just depends on who would fit. And would it work? Like the first character I think of, and this is just a cat, like, and I think of yeah, see, yeah. But see, I don't know if I'd want to go that deep with it. Because, again, I know the crossover thing is kind of my thing. But I'd also think that... maybe I'd go a bit too far with it. I was thinking if I was going to, like... do a guest character. Especially because Marble Maid has a dream type scape. I was thinking Haley from Dream Cutter. Oh, thank you for the sub, Moomin. Okay, just for you, Moomin, I'll add Flambeau. Okay, because you subbed, I'll add Flambeau. I think Dreamcutter's a good one. Haley from Dreamcutter. Again, it's hard because... yeah, you don't want to kind of go overboard with this sort of thing. I think that there's an element in which you could kill it really quick by adding too much. Yeah, I think those would count as costumes, though. I think those would count as costumes. I think it would be more of a basis of... because the Fire Bunny and Electric Bunny, all of them are the same rabbit. They run a... that's a cool idea. They run the smoothie bar. So you could have... who'd be good at bowling? I know Mint wouldn't be. She wouldn't be able to pick up the ball. Maybe... See, my instant lean is Plum. Plum supremacy. Yeah, I was kind of thinking Cherry as well. I think Cherry is a good middle ground. Because Berry's kind of the main mascot. And I think Plum gets a lot of spotlight. So I think Cherry would be good. I'd probably say 6 characters. I'd be pretty happy with that. I know, like, obviously Sylvie's not on there. I just don't know. I just don't know if I would. It's hard because I don't know if adding more than that would be... They could be... Yeah, they could be. Like, you could get a Marble Maid skin that is Sylvie's costume. You know, so you could have... You could say you could have... You have costumes. You have swimsuits. Maid. Sylvie. Detour. You could have that Virgin Killer. Do I have an idea for the visual style yet? It would probably still be like Shade could be the owner. I mean, it could work. I hadn't really established a heavy lore for it. Only because I feel like this game is more of a spin-off. Dressed with colors of bowling pin. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, if I was pressed for lore, I might say, like, much like what Slushy said earlier, is that it's just a bowling alley that appeared in the mansion. There's not really much else to it. There's not really, like, an underlining bad guy. It is pretty much just a spin-off game. I mean, with spin-off games, games comes with the bowling alley. Yeah. It's hard because, yeah, you would, I speak again of League Bowling, you can even make it 2-player. Well, I guess pixel-based. The only issue I have with pixel-based is pixel artists cost a lot of money. They've gone down in years because pixel art has become relatively easier to do. But the issue that comes with that is it's why I've never really delved into it that much. Like, under the hood, it didn't cost me as much to do with the art because obviously there's a level of progression. I also worry about the repetition in which I create because I feel that I know all my games are different, but there's some times where I'm thinking, like, am I doing... It's much like the shop thing. It's like, I don't want to keep doing the same thing. And I do worry about that progression. I feel that maybe I should do it pixel. I don't know. It's hard to say. Again, that's another hard thing. Because, yeah, I do. I worry about... I felt Under the Hood and Slime Girl Smoothies in its builds... If you took out the minigames, run exactly the same. You play through a character and you go. It's just the gameplay's different. Am I doing low poly too much? I mean, I don't know if wouldn't say that I've done that much low poly, because the only low poly I've really done is Shady Loot Cart, and if you wanted to count part of Under the Hood. Flambeau's hand-drawn. Marble Maid is not low poly. Slime Girl Smoothies is not low poly. Discovers a massive bowling alley, complete with lights and music. And dildos to ride. Xmas Elf. Yes. Great reference. That makes me old thinking about that. That makes me old thinking about that. Good old elf bowling. Oh, bunny costume. Yeah, and I guess so. I guess that's the hard part, right? Because, hey pro, how's it going? It could be had by people, since the game that are most recognizable is Shady Cart Mama, people could think you're only doing low poly. That's a thought that could be had by people. Yeah, but I mean, that's a thought that could be had by anybody. Like, in the same instance, you could also say there's a thought that I put gameplay before lewd. Or you could say that there's a thought that I only do crossover games. Or it's the equivalent of... Yeah, it's hard because there is that level of, like, self-worry that I have. Where I feel like I do it, but I don't. Because a lot of... I know in my mind that a lot of it is in my brain. So I go, no, like, that's not... You know... Like, I would love to do a serious-looking game. I was even thinking today about Abe's Odyssey, and I love the graphical style. That if I was to do something like a more serious tone, I'd probably want to go down that route where it was very dark. But again, it's like, how do you do that? Like, just having that idea as a concept is nothing. Because all you're doing is going, I like that style, I'll make a game that looks like that. And it's like, yeah, but you don't have a game yet. And yeah, you could really... I'm not shit-talking, I'm just bringing up thoughts I have as someone on the outside that plays games to see everything. But I know not everyone... No, I know you're not shit-talking me. No. What I'm saying is that there are elements in which I get trapped in my own brain because sometimes I do think that. I don't necessarily think I pigeonhole myself in that. I think that when I look at a lot of lewd games, a lot of the devs are doing a lot of more hardcore shit that I'm doing. Like, and this isn't calling out Regulus, but Regulus was in the chat before, you know, and he's working on his new game. And the sex mechanics in his game are just like amazing. And I think about that a lot because, and it's hard not to, because there's a big part of me that's like, maybe I need a game that has really high quality shit. And I know that Cart has those moments. Same with Flambeau and Slime Girls, but it's those things where you see someone else do it and you think, maybe I need to focus more on the sex element. And it's really hard. That's a really hard thing to do. You need Wingman. It's difficult because yeah, you kind of and you read make him. But yeah, it's kind of yeah, you kind of put yourself into that sort of thing. That's a good idea. Thank you. I shall grab a drink. I have been talking for a bit. Game I've seen people compare your games to. Kinds, gameplay, and sex. What I think. Well, first of all, I'd want to say, like, who the fuck is comparing me to Flipwitch? Because whoever's doing that, I take that as a really big honor. Like, I know the artists that worked on that game, and that game is amazing. I know it had a really rocky start out the gate in terms of quality, but man, if I wanted to make a Shantae-esque style looking game, it would have been like that. But again, pixel art is like thousands of dollars. It's so much money that, like, I'm still in the tiny leagues. It's sad to say, I'm just gonna say this. I think that a lot of what I do, I wouldn't say I'm a late bloomer, but even when you look at my videos and everything, I've got a very small fan base, and I've got a very small, like, I get general kicks from stuff, but like my boosts are not as big as these people. Like, they get a game and it comes out and it does so amazing that they can just, you know, like blow it out the water and they can make something like crazy. And I wish I could do something like that. The problem is again, the costing is such a huge thing. And I would think that I would like to maybe do a Shantae-esque style game one day, or a Wario style game. You and Wolfie have an idea for a card game. I've had an idea for several card games. It's one of those things where you kind of go like, when am I gonna get time? Part of me wants to like give my ideas away for other people, because I feel like that there is obviously I don't know, I feel like I don't have enough time on this planet. I may be biased, but you have something that among people in this dedicated fan base. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah, I know, like, not to obviously get too philosophical, too weird, because obviously the biggest thing for me is, you know, you see big YouTubers and big creators and stuff, and they're like making like huge waves, and then there's me, and I'm like I'm a really small guy, right? So for me to and it was so funny because I really enjoyed hanging out in the stream chat yesterday in Discord, and it really made me appreciate how much the fans really love my creative mind and love what I do. I don't know who would compare me to Flipwitch. I think it's really nice that they understand that the industry is going in that way of gameplay and sex. I think their gameplay and sex works better than mine, though. Same with Scarlet Maiden. I think they found a really good niche with that game. I was borderline jealous with that game because I felt like that they'd found the right mechanic. And that's why I feel like the no nut mode in Kart, I remember pitching that, and so many devs messaged me, and they said that was such a brilliant idea that I'd be an idiot not to put no nut mode in Kart. They were like, that is brilliant, and you're an idiot if you're like... They were like, that's perfect, because you're making gameplay, and at the same time, it's horny. So... yeah. It's hard. But yeah, it's nice that you say that. I would say, though, that, like, on the other end of that, I've seen a lot of game devs that have... Like, again, you know, you guys know me. I hang around with a lot of, like, other game devs in this field, and they've got a lot of fans. Whether or not they'd be able to sit on stream and do this, I don't know. I'm happy with what I got. I'm happy that there's 10 people here. I never thought I'd be this happy. Do I wish I was bigger? Yeah, fuck yeah. Not too big, though, because then I wouldn't be able to chat to all of you. I feel very blessed in having this opportunity to do the things that I do. I don't think I'm the only person that has the most active or most dedicated, but I appreciate the compliment. Hangs out, reviews games. Yeah. No, well, I don't mean to make you tear up, because we're meant to be making a porn game, but, like... Reviewing the player with sex indoor. I'm glad. You've made something... You've made a special something for me and my wife? What have you done? Should I be worried? I feel like I should be worried. See, so this here is a concept. I would say that this idea floating here now as an idea is an idea. And it is an idea that I would say is about... I'd say it's about 70% ready. In terms of the... definition of a whole... Oh, thank you. Well, I mean, I do. I really do appreciate my fan base. Because, again, I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for you guys. I really do, you know... No, it's nothing to worry about. Oh, well, I'll definitely have a look after stream. Thank you so much. Again, you don't have to do anything for me. Just you guys tuning in is nice. I'm a couple in the industry coming up 2 years, and we started working together. So the wife wanted. Oh, that's very nice. I mean, again, like I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude that wants everyone to succeed. That's all I want. That's why Shady Corner is what it is. We're not just like a publishing thing. We're trying to help people, and I want. That's why I do video reviews too. And I'm happy to have that. You know? And that just makes me happy, you know? You have the address from the thing you sent me? Yeah, you sent it to me. Send me that box of anthrax, bro. Pro's here for the law. Okay. Alright. Here you go. Are you ready, Pro? Are you watching? This is for you, buddy. There you go. Is that good? Oh. Hey, don't talk to your mother like that. You'll flare up a sinus infection. That's what he sounds like. Hey. Yeah, don't blink your lights at me, young lady. Getting you so lorny. Hey. He's got sideburns too. Hey. Hey, don't you blink your lights at me right now. It's fucking hot. Look at that stripe. It's literally a parking cone with a wig. Don't you flash to me in that tone of voice. And Dad's the trash can. He's like, I'm gonna give you the count to red light until you apologize to your mother. He's like, green, orange. Don't make me go to red, young lady. He's got that working trilby. He's got that working trilby hat. Hey. Hey. Don't, hey. You dare you to add into the car park. Look how mad Detour is. Hey. Hey, I'm crosswalking here. Oh. Hey. Oh, yes. No talk. She angry. She's real angry. Yeah. Hey. Oh shit. I don't know why I find it so funny. Oh shit. I'll sign that. I'll give this away in a random prize so one of you can have this when I do merch. When I do merch soon, I will do this and I'll give it away and you guys can have it. One of you can have it. Well, yeah. Hey, what would Nana Coney say? Hey, come on. They're from Coney Island. Oh shit, I'm crying. Hey. He's from the red light district, yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Detour's mum's pretty hot. That's law for you, baby. Breathe that in, pro. That's for you for free. Yeah. I saw you talking to that U-turn sign. I wasn't, though. Hey, don't you talk back to me, young traffic light. I seen the way that you look at him. He's no good. He's gonna give you the runaround. There's... He's gonna make you go like, he's gonna make you run around like a roundabout. I love it. I love how ridiculously tall he is. I kind of gave up on his body. It's just like, whatever. Yeah. Mrs. Detour's the perfect wife. You could tell she's got attitude though. You don't even need to see her face. The way you put pictures on. I don't know, like, would you guys like that? I mean, I do lots of sketches. I don't know. Like, I'll draw one of Terry. Just to kind of warm things up before I get into some deep lore. Hey. What have I told you about playing in traffic? Alright, hang on. Let me do a Terry. So normally Terry's like, there we go. So, and normally like I'll do his big nose, and then with his ears, he's got like a. And then I just wanna. She has a brother. She has a brother named Stoppy. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, let's do it. There's a little brother. A little brother's over here. There's a little stop sign. He doesn't even have eyes. He's just a dude. He's a little dude. Oh. Oh. Yes. He needs a propeller hat. That's perfect. Yeah. Little brother Stoppy. Little bro Stoppy. Oh. Why didn't Cart come out in time? Well, we were working on the law of Detour's family. Oh shit, Stoppy's great. I love Stoppy. Yeah, she's a cone that's been run over. Yeah, little Stoppy. Listen to stop, son. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Fuck, that's so funny. Oh. Lil Stoppy. Little Stoppy. Little. What are you doing? Stop, bro. Oh, shit. I'm sweating from laughing. Oh. That's so funny. Oh, that's so funny that she's got a little brother named Little Stoppy. She's got a little... Holy shit. Oh my god, my face is soaked. Oh, that's so funny. Little Stoppy. And he looks that bad too. Like, he's got no face.
he just this little stop, little legs, and that's it. Like, he's so shittily designed. He's literally this. Like, oh shit. They just get like, as their family goes, it just gets progressively worse with the design. Oh shit, little stop. He's so funny. Yeah, he literally is he just falls over. Detour's not having it though. She's in a ship. I also feel like Detour's dad would go on really weird political rants and just be like, he'd also be like, did you know that 5G towers give you COVID? Cease, sister! Yield! Oh, shit. That's so funny. Little Stoppy killed me. Like, this was funny, but this is gold. This is that's so good. Oh my god. Little Stoppy. That is sent me. I don't think I'll ever get back. This gives wayside. yeah, he's like this. He's sitting at the dinner table. Hang on. He's like, hang on. Okay, he's really mad. He's. he falls over. Yeah. I'm telling you. He's his head's so tall. And he points with his fork too. So they're sitting at the dinner table, right? And he's like, oh. But you gotta draw that in his hand. Nah, I feel like he would be the very typical American family. I feel it almost. He's just, and he's leaning on the table, like, he's leaning on the table. And Detour is just like, Flash. Yeah, no, little. No. So, anyway, hang on. So, and then the mum is here, right? So the mum is here, right? Hang on, I'm getting a little stoppy. Don't worry. I let this derailed so quick. Little Stoppy special. Gotta put them in Twitter and Discord. Nah, people don't want to see these. I'm telling you, these giveaway signs are taking our jobs. That's so funny to me. He's just really like that typical dad. He's like, yeah, that's what they're out here for. That's what they're doing. Yeah, Stoppy's having a midlife crisis. This is little Stoppy's just like, he's done. Like, hey, come on. I crave concrete. Oh, shit. Just another day at the detour home. Holy shit. That's so funny. It's so funny. I'll give this away too. Whoever, like, we'll do some merch and then someone... Yeah, Stoppy doesn't say anything. Like, he literally, little Stoppy's just laying there. But I would say in this family, 90% of the talking comes from Detour's dad. Because he's just like, yeah, they come over here and they're taking our jobs. Like, what, you put something on? Like, what, you going out in that? That's what Mum's wearing? Yeah, but you look like a slut. Holy shit. That's so funny. I love you saying that. That is so good to me. Oh. That is so good. The typical Detour family dinner. You know what's funny? If I was doing Detour Law, and this is sad to say, this would be it. Because if somebody would be like, man, like, is Detour an alien and she comes from like a sexy planet with like three-eyed alien chicks and she just took on a form of like a traffic, and I'd be like, nah, bro, it's just a giant, it's just this, like, it's not anything else. Because to me, that's funnier. Oh, little Stoppy, I want the best for him, eh? I want the best for little Stoppy. Detour is just not having it, though. She's grown up in a family of bullshit. And the mum's just a very yes dear. She just... Because little Stoppy and the mum don't talk, he's the only one that's like legit can speak out loud. And he's just like, why don't you be more like your mother and don't say anything at all? Like, he just puts... Like, he's like, she knows the place. Like, cause she's a parking code. He's like, she knows her place. She stays put. She knows the place. See, yeah, you'll always see her with, like, she's got, like, a wine glass. Yeah, you gotta be a part of the working man. Yeah. He'd be a bottom movie. Yeah, I'm telling you, hey! Come on! His head's so huge! I think that's the funniest part, is it's ridiculously huge. Oh, there's so much wrong with it, but it's so funny. Don't talk to your mother like that. Hey, you're gonna flare her up a sinus infection. Hey, come on. Oh, shit. That's so funny. That's so funny. Shit, man. We out here making the goods. We out here making goods, you know? Put him in the car park. Nah, you don't want to see little Stoppy in there. You really want to see that in there. I fancy. Hey, hey, come on. Hey. Back in my day, there was only two colors. There was red and there was green. There was none of this orange bullshit. We didn't even have crosswalks back then. It was just a little ticket flag that come down and tell you whether or not you could go or you could stop. That's why I like your mother. She doesn't say anything. Like, Stoppy's just like little Stoppy. You'll pay me $10 to put him back there. That's terrible. Hey, hey. What are you trying to tell me? You trying to tell me that the government has got a room filled with men who are able to control the colors of my lights? I control myself. There's no man hidden in a room somewhere telling me what color I should show when. That's some conspiracy theory shit. Oh, fuck. That's so funny. His head's so big. Oh, shit. Hey, come on. Sorry, I don't mean to linger on this bit. I don't mean to. Oh. Yeah, he's like, he's always conspiracy theory shit. He's always conspiracy theory shit. Hey, do you see they blocked that street down the road? What are they doing down there? Nobody's telling us what they're doing down there. They got your mother's sisters blocking up the street. I don't know what the hell's going on down there. The neighbors don't know what's going on down there. They could be doing anything down there. They could be making a fourth color. They could be making blue, for all we know. Oh, fucking hell. It's so funny. Amazing to tell his wife apart from the sisters. Nah, they're all twins. It's like, he's like, yeah. He's a COVID denier, yeah. Yeah, but see, he doesn't believe that, pro. So he'd be like, I heard from Leroy down at the plant that there is blue lights. Bullshit. No such thing. And if you ever talk about that at the kitchen table again, I'm gonna go red. I'm gonna go all red. He watches InfoWars. Oh shit, that's so funny. Oh, yeah, you're one of them blue lighters, ain't you? Oh, oh shit. Oh. It's so funny. This is so funny. This whole concept of them having a family and it's dysfunctional bullshit. Yeah, he thinks like everything is like, he's like, there's no way that there are men in a room somewhere controlling the traffic. That's what my job's for. Nobody's telling me to change from red to green. It took me forever to understand orange. It's so good. This is so funny to me. We've created gold tonight. No, you know what? You know what? The longer I linger on this, the more I want it to be canon. No, pro. It'd be like, I'm telling you, there's something in the aluminium. There's something they're putting in them aluminium. Them signs, they don't be looking right. Oh, fucking hell. It'd just be like the modern... It's so funny. It's so funny. The more I linger on this, the more legitimately this is lore to me. Which is hilarious because how is this related to a porn game? It's when... Little Stoppy! Oh shit! Oh my god! Holy shit! Hey! That's so funny to me. Holy shit. Oh. That's law now. That's official law. Oh, man. That's what it's all about. You know what? The little moments like that are why I like my job. Yeah, her friends are like, she's just got other signs that she hangs out with. She's got little signs that she hangs out with. They're turning the frog as gay. That's a push, but I like it. Yeah, 90%. It's funny because a lot of the time, and I'll admit this, like, you guys know that I put a lot of my comedy in my videos and like, and what I do, right? I've been doing this kind of comedy for years, right? But the thing that I worry about, and I think about a lot, is that a lot of devs, especially people in the not safe workspace, this is not what they would do. And I think that's why a lot of what I do, I guess, I don't hide it away, but I just wouldn't do it, I guess.
concepts, you know, I love shit posting, like, but I also worry that, like, you know, someone comes to play our games and they're like, they just want to, like, play Marble Maid for the lewds, and then they rock up to this stream. Do you know what I mean? And they're like, what the fuck is this? Like, this isn't what I paid for on Steam. Like, is Terry banging one of the aunts? No. Oh, bro, let's put some deep lore here. Horny shit posts are the best shit posts. Well, I'm glad you guys think so. Can I be honest? A lot of what I say, I think, is my lack of confidence. As I've grown older, a lot of what I say and what I do has been a confidence issue. I worry a lot. And I worry that I'm not as good as other people. But again, I'm sitting here and there's like 12 of you watching me. Do you know what I mean? And that to me is wild. Yeah, that to me that's wild. I don't deserve this, and it's just a lot. So for you guys to appreciate me for me and not just be for me, like, for you guys to like me for me is so much to me. I know, like, it's the last thing a lot of people would think about because when I speak to a lot of porn devs, about 50% of them probably interact with their fan base, and the other 50 just make porn games, right? But you guys are like, you're here for me, which is wild to me. Post a pic in Discord. Nice. He's with a... This isn't her, but this is a... Like a... This is like ponytails. It's with her sister. She's got like a little lick. No, I love you guys too. And I really do mean that. I know, like, I try not to get too... You know... But it does really mean a lot to me. Oh, Fancy, did you want to see my Marble Maid concept I just made as well? Connie. Do you want to see the Marble Maid thing I drew? I also like the fact that you guys like my drawings. I think that's really nice. That makes me happy. Because I don't know, like... Yeah. Well, it seems like a game akin to Monkey Ball. Let's go by, and then it's not a bad thing. The game looks awesome to play. Ah, it's a really nice comment. Oh, thank you. Thank you to that random person. This is the alleyway of Terry. And he's hanging out with a slut. Gonna do me this cone. And that could be taken multiple ways because cone here in Australia is something else. Alright, I'll show you this thing fancy and then I'll move on to the next thing. Again, I'll give these away to people because, you know, you guys should have these if you want, like, you know, I want you guys to have these sketches. The thing I made before, I've got to find, oh, it's over there. Hang on. So the thing I made before Fancy was this. Marble made Strip and Strike, which was a bowling game. And I kind of came up with the idea that it was bowling with Marble Maid. She gets a strike, and then there's a combo, and it goes 2, 4, 6, 8. And each time she pulls a different pose, and like her clothes get ripped. And I thought it'd be cute to kind of like have this sort of Senran Kagura style to it, where you would have a sort of like bowling element, but she strips, and then each bowling lane is kind of like, oh, there's water hazards or jumps or pinball elements and stuff like that, you know, and stuff you can recycle from their previous games and stuff. And then obviously you earn points, which you can use at the bowling shop to buy balls, pins, costumes, character cards, collector cards. A couple characters, I had Haley from Dreamcutter in there, stuff like that. Yeah, it was just a pitch concept. It's not, I don't think it'll go anywhere. I mean, this might just go in a drawer somewhere. It was more me just sort of getting it out of my brain because it's been literally on my mind for like weeks, and I was like, how do I get this out of my brain? So I was like, I'm gonna just draw it. You want me to link it to you? Yeah, he'll take 2 copies. That's good, then I can probably make my money back. Post it in Peep. I will check that out. I'm trying to think what I should do next. I do have the Terry game stuff here, if you guys be interested in me working on the Terry game. Otherwise, I can attempt to work on some other stuff. There was no bowling in Marble Maid, no. No, there wasn't. I'll let you guys decide what you want. There's golf for Marble Maid too. Yeah, but the golf's only going to be there as a sort of a tester to see if anybody likes it. Because as I implemented it with Moligato, I realized that maybe it might not... I don't think it's not going to work. I think that it's going to be this sort of thing where, like, as we put the golf thing in, I was like, I don't know about a full game of this, but maybe like a bonus world where you could just do some stuff, you know, and it'd be different. Again, it's just extra shit. Like, it's not, it was a kind of a concept. It does partially play out. It just, to me, was like, I feel like we could do golf better. And I want to do a better golf game. I feel like Marble Maid might not be the fit. So I don't know. It's hard. These cute little dust. I love drawing the little dust bunnies because I designed the little dudes. I love these little dudes. I love these dudes, man. So yeah, what do you guys want me to do? Do you want me to do some of the Terry game tonight, or what do you want me to do? I don't know. I could do anything, I guess. Am I able to spill some? I spilled a bit last night in the Discord. By the way, I'm drinking Fanta, but it's zero sugar Fanta, so calm your tits. It would be a good mini game. Yeah. But for Terra game, okay. How the name Dust Bunny is gonna work in Marvel Mate 2. So as you collect them, what happens? Yeah, zero sugar is good. As you collect them, he sold on the dandelion. There's a bun book that appears in the game, and you go to the bun book, and you can then see so basically, okay, so like as an example, like you pick up a bun, and it doesn't tell you, like it'll just, you pick it up, right? You get to the hub world and there's a book, and you open the book, and inside the book is like every bun that you've collected and then buns that you haven't. And if you highlight a bun, it'll tell you what element that bun is. So it will show you if it's like a fire one or if it's a regular one. And then it will tell you like its stats. So it's kind of like Ape Escape, where they had that thing where it didn't really add to too much, but it was kind of cool that they did it, where they had a statistic of, oh, you capture the monkeys, but then you can read about their names and their hobbies. And I kind of wanted to do that, but I wanted for you guys to have those sort of things. And so I added that as the tier list thing. That's kind of how it's going to work. That's what we've been implementing the past week. I just stopped because I've made over 80 levels for the damn thing, and I'm really exhausted. So Marble Maid 2 is taking a lot of my time. Look at that Wingman the movie poster. He's loving it, eh? Look at that. Look at all that paper I wasted. With my dumb ideas. Holy shit. Alright. I'm gonna turn the aircon on. That's what I'm gonna do. Give me a second, chat. I'm gonna move the camera. Oh, shit. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, crotch cam! Oh! All that pet hair. Look. Okay, look. I want to say, look at this pet hair. Can you see it? I delinted the couch today. Okay? I delinted it today, and look. Can you see that shit? I delinted that today. You saw the back of my shirt? Yeah, because I have 4 animals, my dude. Crotch hair, stop it. I have 4 animals. I'll be honest, I've delinted, no, I've delinted like 3 times. And it's been bullshit. Like, my partner was cleaning, and she was like, can you delint the games room? And I was like, yeah. Spent an hour and a half in here delinting it. She goes to work. The dogs ended up getting in here somehow. Covered the couches. I proceed then to delint them again. Because I was like, I just want to have a day where it's just not covered in hair. I proceed to do that. And once again. And so I come in here tonight, and I was like, I do not have enough time to delint. Like, even looking at my back, because I'm pushing up against the pillows that the dogs lean on. So I apologize for all of the pet hair. So, not very gamer girl bathwater of me hot tub streamer to be. But, you know. Let's have a look at the Terry game. Let's have a look at the Terry game, eh? You guys might not be able to see it because it's all in pencil. It has been a hot minute since I've opened this. It's all dusty. It's all dusty. It's been a hot minute. Now, I've got to look. I've got a bunch of notes over here, too. So tired. Have a coffee, Moomin. I've got a bunch of notes here that I wrote down. So I've got robot, fishing game, prey mantis. I love that line there from Terry. I feel like I'm inside Amber Heard's psyche. Level mechanics berates you when you turn down his voice. Ideas for games. Okay. Having to drive your dad's car. Yeah, that would be a pain. I'm gonna just check that I've caught up on all of this because there's a lot. Shit, Mario announcements? What Mario announcements did they do? What was the Mario announcements? Did they announce Mario's Willy? Paper Mario, Luigi Mansion. New Mario movie in 2 years' time. So I've been thinking about, one of the things I don't want to do in the Terry game I'm thinking about is removing the rank system. So I don't know. It's gonna be hard. I've been thinking about removing it. You don't need to buy anything, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe the rank system will work. Part of me's thinking it's not gonna work anymore. I apologize if you can't see pencil. I thought about that on stream and it's a bit harder to see. Yeah, I thought so too. I just thought maybe I was pushing my luck with it, that's all. Yeah, I guess so. Opens when you have a B or high. Casino run by slot machine. I'm just double checking because there's a couple of elements in here. Okay, so the bar I didn't do. So I've got my pencils and shit here. I've just gotta... It's been a hot minute since I've done any Terry games. My big issue was, yeah, I guess so, yeah. Each girl will appear depending on what icons are on the slot machine in the level hub. You can change it by grabbing the arm. It will let the girl at the start change for new unique objective. Pop the balloon, 7 seconds to get to the top of the scene. It could time dimes and use juicer to make her squirt. Take pics of some amazing dongs, aka bells, to impress Belle to get images. Bar will be Bar and Clover. I need missions for these two, I just realized I need missions for these two. Because there's a lot of... And I've got to like... Let me have a look. I've got like a shitload of notes over here. Which I've got to sort. There's so many. Oh my god. There's heaps. There's some of the old game concept in here too. Is the lemon going to be a crossover from Slime Girls? No. No. These are not going to be crossovers, no. They're going to be original characters. They're just slot machine characters. This will hopefully be one of the many Terry games that we do. There is another Terry game that I am working on, but it's way smaller. Yeah, Bar and Clover's a hard one. I'll come back to that again. So what else we've got? And then I drew a bit of the casino just to kind of get an idea of what I wanted. And then we drew enemies. So there was Chip. Thank you for the follow, Rogue Mankey. And then there was Barbell. Spits coins. Could have collect lucky charms. Bar could be something drink related, I guess. And then yeah, the dice which change depending on the movement, which we kind of worked out, and then the card cavalry. And the box factory. Workers on strike. Terry's given shifter box arms to help lift and smash boxes. Two girls. Accessories. Shifter arms. Lift and throw boxes. Locate it in the rafters. Shift and clear. Okay. You can make the bar. Yeah, no, he does. Well, he spits like these chip-like coins. Yeah, in the picture he spits coins. Yeah, that could work, actually. Actually, you know what? I kind of like that idea. Let me go back to that for a second, because I think there is an element there. Terry is forklift certified, yes. That is from another game design I came up with called Shelly Shifter Box Lifter. And it was a game that I came up with, and we ended up scrapping it because I just didn't have the time. And so a lot of the ideas that are in this game are from ideas that I've scrapped. So I like the bar idea. So like maybe like this, like deliver drink orders to enemies around the casino. She's Detour's brother. Yeah, the Clover one. I guess because Clover is related to being lucky. So I mean that's also, I hope the mic's not blowing too much. It's not blowing too much, is it? No, it's not. Okay, cool. Because it says it's reacting to it on the monitor. Well, maybe not hidden. I kind of want it to be themed on the fact of her being lucky. So I'll come back to that. I don't want to force it. Because these are the hard bits, you know. You know, I don't want to force any of the bits and pieces for this game, because that's not what I'm about. I don't want to make this forced content. Box factory. And I don't think I actually drew the box factory. No, I didn't. Then the legacy. Aloe vera the slime. Accessory. Grab his tail, swing him. When I say forced content, I mean, I don't want it to feel like I have to put the idea in because it's the first thing I hear. I want it to feel comfortable. So a lot of the reason why this game is taking me so long is because I'm doing it as I feel it. And sometimes when you're working on stuff is you end up just having to make certain commitments, which sounds bad, but there are some times where you won't be happy with things, and so you've just got to go. You've just literally just got to like pull up your pants and be like, I'm gonna just have to commit to this idea, and that's usually like, and that happens in a lot of like design and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So like you just kind of look at something and you go like, I can't really think of something that I 100% agree with, but I'm kind of leaning towards a certain thing, and I'm just gonna have to lock that in. But a lot of the time when I am doing that sort of thing, it's a commitment, but with this sort of game, I don't want to have to feel like I just pick something. I want it to be that I pick it based on the fact that I'm very comfortable with the idea. Yeah, I want to vibe with it. Sometimes you've got to make the commitment and you just got to do it. I don't want to force it. I want it to be general, and I want it to be like I'm happy with it. So, yeah, it's a bit hard, but you know. Let's see. So we got. So there's a lot going on here. Okay, so we got the hub center of Clara City. Spank Bank needs to be filled. Tower Nut, Deep Nut. Okay, so I did kind of do these. Cities in trouble. Nuclear reactor. Giant stego waifu. Sent in monsters. Helicopter arms. Jeep. So there's Tortilla. Yeah, people can tell when you're not married to an idea. Yeah, it's like that, Wolfie, yeah. Yeah, Tortilla's in this. Monster girls running around the city. It's up to Terry to lure them in the cages. So we'll have to draw that as well. And then the golf. Okay, so we got the golf. Oh yeah, and then I drew the golf level because there was a kangaroo. Yeah, golfaroo. That's right. It was the golfaroo. It was like a female. Like a, I don't know, like a shady. I don't know. And then bunker bait. That's right. Boss 2. And then it was Tentacle Terror turned Obsession. Collecting, yeah, so Spits Ink slows you down. Okay, so a lot of this stuff here was, I think this was the one I had to redo. I think it was this one. Because the so this here I've redone, which is Deep Town. And the Deep Town has got the Bone King's Long Hard Curse. Drill Nut. You need to see the I can go back to it. Bone King's Long Hard Curse. bone belt has been cursed with. Oh yeah, sort of Raymond style hands. His robe trails behind him. That's right. You know what? Actually, looking at this game, it's not as big as I thought. You know, looking at it now, it's not as big. I think this game's very doable. You're getting Croc vibes? There's a bit of everything. There's Croc, there's Gex. Sorry, I'm just like reading through it all because I'm trying to like re-establish where I am with it. The Bone King's Long Hard Curse is a good one. We're gonna give him a Crash style victory dance. I mean, it's not impossible to think about that, I guess. I'm just gonna look through these again. Because I've got some notes here. Oh, that's right. So there's a day-night cycle. And then there's... So I need to, there's a lot of shit here. Holy shit. There's a lot of shit, man. Look at all this. Wow. Like, look at this. Look at this shit. There's a lot of paperwork here. It's probably the biggest game I've ever written. It ain't small. Can he say get fucked, cunt? Yeah, there was a stream that I talked about this where I said that a lot of his quips were going to be very Australianized and stuff. Very Gex related. I didn't realize that I didn't have as much left to do. This is actually a lot better than I thought. I thought I had a lot more to do, but I guess I've already gunned out a lot of this. I guess the real part is making a level, which I don't know how I'm going to map it. That's going to be a hard part, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. So what level have I got to do? I've got to do the... I'll let you read the tortilla stuff. Hang on. It was... Yeah, the city's in trouble as someone has dropped nachos in a nuclear reactor, creating tortilla, a giant stego waifu. To combat the menace, they've sent in more monster waifus. Areas open in destruction of the city. So there's a couple of level objectives. So one of the level objectives is May Mantis, and May has been tasked to take down Tortilla, but ends up getting a thirst for Terry, trying to eat him. He's infected with mantis arms. Fight off May and an image is rewarded. So it's kind of like a Godzilla-like fight. Tortilla. Destruction of May reveals Tortilla, who you must lead to a local Mexican restaurant to slow her down. After raising her chili level, she bathes in the ocean, getting a wet top and an image. And then the third one that opens up is
Mon Girl Military Roundup, which is monster girls are running around the city. It's up to Terry to lure them to cages to perform strip cage acts in a jeep. Yeah, and then there's a bunch of like, it's very Godzilla based level. And then yeah, there's like a little roundup for the, he's got like powers, he gets like a mantis arm thing, but I want it to feel very natural. I think the biggest fear I have is giving Terry a level gimmick and then taking it away from him. I want every level to feel very unique in the sense that when you jump into a level, even though you can still use the base core mechanics of Terry, you are given something new to do. And so like one of the things that he can do is obviously he gets these mantis powers or he drives a jeep around. And so it's kind of like sort of Mario Sunshine in the sense that you select your you do your story based on what you want to do. And then yeah, you kind of go from there. And then yeah, the golf one is a bit different as well because there is an element of actually playing golf. And then yeah, it kind of goes in that. I don't even need to say it'd be a favorite level. I honestly I think it'll be a really fun one. I want the levels to feel really big though. So I think my biggest issue that I have at the moment, because technically there's only 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically there's only 6 big levels, but each level has multiple tasks to do. Plus they have like Mario Sunshine bonus style levels as well. So I kind of want to fit a lot of extra things into the side of it. Again, there's a lot of bits and pieces. So the more I look at it today than when I looked at it a couple of months ago, I kind of really think that it's not as big game as I thought it was going to be. It's still pretty big though. My favorite part of this whole thing is the level hub. The downtown, midtown, and deep town, and the ability to go to different areas in the zones and look around these broken worlds. I honestly love this sort of shit, and I think it's really this is the kind of stuff that I really get into, is seeing these hubs. Yeah, that's the kind of shit I really like. I've got to do, so right now I've got to do let me find it. Okay, so I'll use this one. I'll use this one and these two. No, I'll just use these, because I can write the last 2 levels today, and then I've got 6 levels, and then I'm pretty happy with that. And my goal with this is I want to either start this one next or after Kart. I want it to feel like Gex. I want it to feel like Mario. I want it to feel fun. I want him to quip. I want it to be a love letter to retro games. I want it to have the flow and energy, but at the same time, I want it to be a sweary game. So I want it to have that Conker feel. I don't know if I want to kickstart it though. My biggest issue is I get scared of that thought. Yeah, I want him to say it's Terry time. I think it'd be really funny. I think it'd be funny anyway. Where is this thing? Midtown. Okay, so then it's... So I need to describe Deep Town. So that's what I need to do, so...
need... so I need to like... I need to find the... Where is it? It's here. Okay. So I apologize, chat. I'm very, unorganized. So I've got here Deep Town. So Hub World, Deep Town. The deep and moist endings of Clara City. Here you can visit the theater, to watch cutscenes. And then I guess in this one here, there would need to be need to have the spank bank images, and then we'd need to have, so I guess we would put a spank bank image in the middle somewhere, maybe. So we'd have like, did I draw it in there? I don't know if I drew it in there. I can't see it. No. Okay. And so then you would have spank bank image, one in hub, then accessories, which would be the wingman hat, which is located here. And then I guess you would have, I guess this is the hard part, because you've obviously got to have the elements of, I don't know, like you've got to have elements of stuff that you're able to unlock. So maybe I gotta hide more than one thing. That's another thing I've got to do too, is I've got to try to attempt to hide things as well. Accessory near gravestone. Yeah, this is a hard one. Because I know I drew this on stream as well. This is the second time I've drawn this as well. This was very different last time. It looked different. What I might do too is I might actually sort some other paperwork too while I'm here, actually, because I need to Let me just grab these real quick. I think it was this and this and this. So the things I do need to redraw, and I know I do need to keep. So these are the old notes. So Jupiter's shop I need to redo, so that's a definite. My notes, which I need to keep. The hot grills, so you can unlock different hot grills to work with you, so I've got to redraw that. It's the cabaret. I think it was the cabaret. Cabaret sub-story. List of cabaret girls. And I think I've changed this. I'm just looking at it. Yeah, I did. I have changed this. So the list of the girls are going to have to change as well. And then the cabaret mechanics is a yes. The fishing mechanic is a yes. What's this? I think this is just scrap, which I can get rid of. Oh yeah, there was a gumball machine too, wasn't there? And I scrapped that. This was scrap. Yeah, that can go. That's gone. And so these were the old enemies. Old enemies. Oh yeah, there was like gophers, wasn't there? I did gophers. It's very different. Now, here's some other characters I drew. I did this other idea of like a these are just characters I've had left over, and I put them in here because I thought I'd have a look. But this is like a skeleton bunny. And he lived in a town called the Dusty Bun. And yeah, it was just little element things, like little cute things that I thought, like he had a little giveaway of his ear. He had like, just like little cute things that I thought would be really cool as like a bunny style game, but just ideas that have been floating in. How long have I been streaming for? Almost 3 hours. I will be ending soon. Oh yeah, and there was all these like other characters that I made. Just random like bean dip. Yeah, just real. Yeah, so like this was quite a cute one. So you can see here, like I kind of had an idea for this Mexican bunny, and he could do like bun kicks and stuff, and gambling, and wasn't a lewd game, I'll say that. It was just a general game where I was like, I like the idea of a little bunny that he's a little criminal, like he's a little dude, you know. I thought that'd be kind of cute to do. I don't know. And then yeah, here I've got like, these were just all characters that I was like, oh, that'll be Mexican. So like a little fireball, shot drink, you know, like a burrito, but his name was Bert Torito. Little bean dip and stuff. And these were just some things that I found that I had lying around. And I thought, yeah, I might better use them in Terry's game. I might not. So I kind of put them aside. Same with these, like the characters that I did for these. So there's the old Deep Town. Because it was originally a detour level. But all of that's changed now. So, because I didn't want the crossover stuff to be too heavy. So I've taken a lot of that shit out. And I'm kind of glad for that. Yeah, there's still a few things here that I like from the old build. Like the furry hole, which was the red light district. That was kind of meant to be the casino. And then there was like a pen island. And the hub was all one. It wasn't just like an area that you could leave. And but I felt like it was too clustered. Like this was too much. There was just the idea was too overblown,
and then I kind of stepped back. So this was the original, what it was looked like when you got to the hub, and then I stopped what I was doing. And then this was a version before it where I wanted it to be a platformer. And this was a I don't know how to describe it. It was basically Terry going around in a dump. And so I had this idea that you'd start in an area and you'd go across conveyor belts and junkyards and very Earthworm Jim. And I had this idea for a dump. And this was before I came up with the hub idea. And the reason why I've kept this in here with everything is because I want to take elements of this and put them into there. So I try to take ideas. And then, yeah, there was like this, like, I guess you call it like a level hub. Oh, thanks, Wolfie. And yeah, I'll think about it for sure. Thank you. Yeah, I had this whole idea for a level hub, and the more I look at it, the more I really like it. And his move list was still the same. That was still the same. Yeah, there's different things. And then there was one where like you used a bin. But I need to know the flow as well. There were like, yeah, there was Terry tokens, collecting letters. So some of these notes, they've all changed. Very different to how it was before. And it sort of evolved into something that's very different now. Yeah, even some of these levels are no longer in there, and a lot of this concept stuff I drew over and over again because I wanted it to feel right. So and then yeah, the hats too, which I can use this because I can cross off some extra stuff as I go, which I will use. And the rest of this I can put to one side in the hopes that, you know, but I do want to do another Terry game that will be smaller, and so I'm going to kind of lean into something later where I would like to do like a smaller Mario 64 style game. This one's kind of like my big boy. This is the big boy game. So this is the game that, like, I'm putting a lot of my time into making this one really work. And this is a big pitch, so I'm taking this one very seriously. I have a lot riding on this one because I feel that it would make a really... Is the other game safe for work or not safe for work? Which one? The Terry one? The Terry one is safe for work-ish. I'm still debating on that. That's going to be the tough part that I need to kind of get around, because obviously there is an element of being able to, you know, put into place certain things. The second Terry one, it was safe for work. And by safe for work, there was no sex. So, but yeah, there's so much. There's so much that still needs to be done with this. Yeah, there's a lot to do. So it's etchy. I can't. Okay, so to give you guys an idea what I'm talking about. So the Terry games that I've wanted to do for a while, I've had a number of ideas. And a lot of them have culminated into this idea, which is the Gex style 3D platformer. But there are some stories that I want to tell of Terry that don't fit. So there's one story that I have written and I've pitched it, and it's more of a, I would say in the terms of lewdness, Leisure Suit Larry lewd, which would also give you a hint indicator of what type of game it is. It's a very small game. It's a game that I just sort of wrote out of a joke and was like, you know, could I make a point and click style game with Terry? Yeah, I've done it before. I did a lot of point and click games before I became Shady Corner, so I don't think it's far-fetched. It's just I want the art to look right. The other idea that I had was the more 64 style game, which is like this but a lot scaled back. So it would be very PlayStation 1. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. Like, you're stripping back a lot. But I would want it to be not safe for work. It's hard because trying to explain it without and that one I'm not as concrete on. I want it to be bigger. Well, I want this one to be bigger. But the other idea that I've got is kind of sort of sitting there bubbling away. Because again, I don't like to push down ideas. I want to get them all out on paper, so then that way I can look at them and go like, is this a good idea? Is this not a good idea? I don't know. You know, and this game here with Terry's game here is culmination of a lot of ideas that I've left on the cutting room floor, such as Tortilla and stuff like that. You can see the list of stuff here is like these are a lot of games that I was making that I scrapped, and I want to include them in here because I feel that Terry's idea is you can do that. Oh, hey TJ. I was talking about like a collectathon 3D style game. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. If that answers your question, I know that's, you know, it does a long way around pro. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. I don't really have a definitive answer for you as to what or when things are going to happen. It's more of just, can I do it? Do I have the ability to do it within the time that I've got? Again, this one's a cooking one. Like this one, it's like the reason why I did this one tonight and I did this was to kind of get this out of my head. And to sort of be like, now I don't have to think about it. And I can put that to one side. And then if I want to look at it later, I can look at it later. And yeah, that's kind of a lot with the Terry stuff too. But the Terry thing kind of evolved into me understanding, like, what do I want in a game? Oh, thanks, TJ. I'll definitely hit you up, dude. I need help with level design, that's for sure. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't really have a scope on... I kind of feel like I know what I'm doing, but at the same time, this Terry game has grown a lot bigger than I thought. And now I kind of feel like I'm at a stage where I'm really happy with the design, that I think I'd be happy with going like, all right, this is my next project that I'm going to do, and I'm going to commit to this. So, but anyway, I just thought I'd pitch that to you guys. I know I didn't really do much on the Terry thing tonight. It was more me sort of going through everything. I think I've kind of given myself a bit of a refresher course though. And I might do some more. It depends on when I don't know when I'll do another one of these streams. It depends if you guys want more of these. If you guys want more of these streams, I might attempt to do them every couple of Sundays. I'm not going to do them every Sunday, but I'll try to key it up so that, you know, you guys, if you want to hang out with me in the stream and you want to watch me do some game design, even if it's not on paper, even if it's on computer or something, so we can do it that way. But for now, I'm pretty happy with where we are tonight because I've cleared my brain a little bit. I can sleep a little bit tonight. Yeah. No, I do. I really do enjoy it. Yeah. But I do want to say, peeps, thank you. Look at that heart.
thank you so much for being here today. Means the world to me. So I hope we can create something cool together, whether it's loot or not. I'm really excited. Thank you for tuning into this almost 3-hour stream of me drawing. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've had fun and had laughs with me tonight. We've certainly had some wild laughs. You will definitely see me next couple of days. Tuesday we'll finish Abe's Exodus. So I will see you on Tuesday. But until then, I love you peeps. Have a great day. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.